for hosting this. It's been beautiful and it's been awesome. So thank you. I also want to say thank you to the bridesmaids for helping Lauren look absolutely stunning this evening. You guys also look good, but she looks real good. So, good job, Marty. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Jared. Marty and I met on vacation about 10 years ago, and our families went to the same place, Lakeside, Ohio. We then met again at Kent State a couple years later, and next card. We eventually moved to Texas together, and to be serious here for a second, Marty, listening to the stories you told about, the other guys who have contributed to your life, I'm honored to be here as your best man, because I'm actually almost embarrassed about it, because I'm like, all the stuff they did, and you should hear some of the stories I left off of this list. So one of the things that is really cool is when we moved down to Texas, I realized that, there's a really unique bond that happens very quickly once you start moving down here. So quickly that the first couple of nights, despite Marty and I having separate bedrooms, we decided to shack up on the floor together in our living room. And now publicly, Marty will tell you that it was because, hey, we don't have beds, we don't have bedrooms to put, or we have bedrooms, but we have nothing to put in them. Why don't we just lay on the floor? Now, we will know privately, Marty, that we were in a foreign place, I'm a cuddly guy, and you needed a little something. I'm just saying. So being a roommate with somebody, you really learn about them a lot quickly. And I want to share some of the things that I've learned with living with Marty, because not only are you married, but you're going to be roommates now. So that's my perspective. First of all, Marty has great taste. Our friendship actually started from our similar taste in music and movies and fashion. And so still to this day, I'll go to him and I'll be like, hey man, I'm looking for a good movie to watch or a good new band, and I talk to him about it, and he's like, hey, you should check out. Wait a second. I'm actually describing Drew, our friend there. Marty has horrible taste. Marty owns a DVD by the Typo master of what's his name, Marty? Billy Blanks? Everybody knows him, called Balance of Power. Not only does he own it, he loves it. He made me watch it. It's bad. Don't trust him. Next card. To be fair, there are some good things about Marty other than his taste. He's a very healthy guy, obviously. He's a stunning man. And he does this by just keeping an immaculate diet. For 3 years, he lived off of various flavored sausages, HEB pizzas, and generic brand soft batch cookies, and Subway. So I don't know how he's as skinny as he is, but it works. I've learned a lot about family from Marty. He keeps in touch with his family. In fact, I met him with his family for the first time, and he's always very interested in wanting his family to be happy and to have a good time. And I remember his mom actually came down to Waco, and this was right after we moved down here. And we went to the grocery store, and Marty and I were walking through the grocery store, and we found these pigtails that you put on dogs, which, who makes those anyways? Well, rather than doing the cliche joke of just tossing in the cart and having, the laughter at the register, Marty thought it would be a better idea to stuff it in her purse and have her explain why she was stealing pigtails for dogs as the store alarm went off. Thank God she found those earlier, because that would have been really strange to get out of jail for stealing pigtails. Finally, one of the good things about Marty is his intense love for sports. Anybody who knows Marty at all knows that he is a die-hard Cleveland fan, Kent State fan. Marty is truly what they call, to quote LeBron James' Nike campaign, a witness. Now, if you also know Cleveland sports, he's been a witness to failure and choking for the last 45 years, but his entire life. But I will say that, one of my favorite times with Marty is always watching Browns games every Sunday. Even we live an hour and a half now, and we still get together all the time to watch them. And I remember one time we were in Buffalo, and Marty there was a game that was supposed to air in Buffalo. It was a Cleveland Browns game. Browns were about to make it to the playoffs for the first time since they became a team. And so the game never aired. And Marty is flipping through channels just, what the heck? He picks up the phone, storms into the other room, finds the number for the local CBS affiliate. And needless to say, when the guy got there Monday morning who receives those messages, I don't even know if he was offended or if he just had something funny to replay over and over to his work buddies. It was very colorful. And it's not just Cleveland sports that he's loyal, but he's loyal to, he's absolutely loyal to all sports. One night I came home and I hear him screaming in his bedroom, and I was like, what are you yelling at, dude? It's Tuesday in July, nothing's going on. Maybe the Indians, but not that much to get mad about. So I walked into his room, and lo and behold, somebody was out at second base. Apparently, it wasn't a good call. Marty wanted to let the ump know through the TV it was a bad call. The catch is, it was girls' college softball. It was a repeat, and it wasn't even a school that he had ever been to or remember anybody from. So that's passion, that's fire. So, and I'm going to tell a serious story here because there's been a lot of funny ones. Marty, since I'm going to turn to you here, Lauren, because this has to do with you. When Marty met Lauren, I remember thinking at first, I was like, man, Lauren can be a bit abrasive. I'm just saying. In a good way. But Marty can be abrasive too, and it was absolutely perfect. But Marty is, I remember kind of, when someone starts dating somebody that you love, you're like, hey, what's going on? Well, Marty went to meet her family for the first time, and I called him, and I remember him saying to me, I asked him, I was like, hey, how's it going? How's everything going? He was like, oh, it's going pretty good. And they had been dating for like 2 months, so this was a completely ridiculous question. I was like, hey man, do you hear wedding bells? Expecting a completely stupid answer in return, he was like, actually, and I was like, whoa. And he said, yes, I do. And Marty is absolutely phenomenal with judgment of character and just being very deliberate about his decisions. So I knew as soon as he said that it was 100% going to happen no matter what happened. And here we are 2 years later, very happy to have you as part of his family. I consider him my family. And right now this is a part of the speech where I'm supposed to give marital advice. I'm not married, and I'm definitely not qualified to give marital advice. So again, I'm going to stick with the roommate shtick. We're almost done. Alright, first of all, Lauren, please hide your razors. Marty, despite not being a swimmer, shaves his arms. So, it's weird, trust me. I've lost money. If you own boots, please keep them near the shower, because if your bathroom becomes anything like our bathroom became at the apartment, you will need that. That's the least you need to keep your feet clean when showering. Marty, you guys need to get used to not being able, actually Lauren, you need to get used to not being able to use your top shelf in your fridge. Or buy a second fridge because of Marty's excessive habit of buying condiments, specifically hot sauce. Despite him sweating like a crazy baboon, he still eats it daily, even on his cereal. I've seen it, it's true. And finally, do your dishes, please, promptly. Do not let them go for weeks, especially chili pots, because if they sit there for a few weeks, he will put them on your pillow. Just to let them know that it's not how it's supposed to be done. I'm very happy that you guys are together. You guys absolutely complement each other perfectly. I couldn't be happier for you today. And I'm going to end this on a quote that says, those who have both true love and true friendship have received the highest gift that God can offer. May you enjoy your gift. Cheers. Now to Rex.